Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Razovy, and today I want to give you a couple of manga recommendations that I think are worth it regarding the slice of life genre. Now, the reason that I decided to make this video is actually quite simple. I was reading Ruri Dragon, and it only has 6 chapters, and then I found out that after a while, it is now on hiatus. It is not cancelled yet, but apparently the creator of this manga is ill or something, which is not great, of course. But that's why it's on hiatus, and it's a real shame because this manga is really fun. It's basically the premise is really simple. It's about Ruri, and she basically turns into some sort of a dragon, or she's like. Her father is a dragon of some sort. It's a really simple premise, but it's very fun. It's a very fun slice of life manga, and it's a real shame that it's now on hiatus. And that led me to the following website. I made a video about this, and it's called Anibrain, and I decided to use it for this video to get some recommendations for slice of life manga that look like Ruri Dragon. Now, first and foremost, I'm just going to go over a couple which I think are definitely worth it, which I know, which I've read, and I hope that this video is just useful to begin with. Now, the first one is Watamote. The full title is, what was it again? Let's see if I can find it real quick. Watashi ga motenai no wa dou kagaete mo omaera ga warui, or basically, if I would have to translate it, no matter how you look at it, it's you guys' fault that I'm not popular. And this is a very fun slice of life manga, also kind of cringe, but it's supposed to be cringe, like that's what the author wanted to happen, where the main protagonist, a girl, is incredibly unpopular, and she basically has no friends, doesn't know how to make friends. She just goes through life as a shut-in, and it's a very funny manga, but it is very cringe, but it's, like I said, it's supposed to be. Definitely one that I recommend highly. Now, the second one was this one, Yofukashi no Uta, which is actually a slice, also of course a slice of life manga, about a guy who doesn't really, like, he does sleep, but he doesn't sleep at night. He basically just sleeps all day or doesn't sleep at all, and then at night goes out and basically explores his city while everyone is asleep, and he really enjoys the night. And then he meets a vampire. It sounds kind of weird, but in the story it does make sense. They really explain it quite well. And basically, that's the whole story. Eventually, more happens, of course, as you can imagine, and we get more characters and more stuff happens. But that's the basic premise of this story. It's very fun. But for some people, the first couple of chapters are kind of slow. Just read through it, please. Unless you really don't like slice of life, which is, well, then why are you watching this video? But unless you don't like slice of life, I would really advise you to just read through it, and you're gonna really like this manga. I know that you will. Now then we have, let's see if I can find it real quick, then we have Dandadan. This is not really a slice of life manga, yet I would still recommend you to read it because there's definitely slice of life elements in this manga, but it's mainly action heavy, comedy heavy. It's very fun. It's there's a lot of weird stuff going on in Dandadan. There's also like physical English volumes available for Dandadan, which are definitely worth to pick up. Basically, we have this guy that is really obsessed by the occult, and he meets this girl that is basically, they just form a bond over something. I can't really say why, but they form a bond, and then they have to basically fight off monsters and whatnot because it turns out the occult is real, that kind of stuff. It's really fun. The art is amazing. Check that one out too. Then we have Hitoribocchi no Marumaru Seikatsu, which is, it kind of gives off the... have you guys watched the Bocchi the Rock anime? Basically, it's kind of that, but cuter, with a lot more cute vibes than Bocchi the Rock. It's a very fun manga, but it's if you don't like the overly cute stuff, I would skip this one. I will have to say that, but it's definitely worth it. Hitoribocchi no Marumaru Seikatsu is just about a loner, a girl who has real trouble making friends, but eventually, of course, she makes friends, etc., etc. Then we have Hinamatsuri. This is one of my favorite manga of all time. There's also an anime of this, which is definitely worth it. But it's my favorite manga of all time, or one of my favorite mangas. It's about a Yakuza member, so a Japanese gangster, and he now has to take care of this girl who basically just pops up out of nowhere and has special powers. Again, it's very anime-esque, very manga-esque, but it's very cool. Hinamatsuri is incredibly funny. It's probably the funniest manga I have ever read. It is truly, truly funny. Best comedy one that I've ever seen. And there's also tons of slice of life stuff, very emotional stuff as well. But the comedy is really strong in this one. And then the final one, let's see if I can find it. Yes, it's this one. However, in this case, it says, let me quickly go to the AnyList one. I'm actually not looking for this one. This one is great too, but it's a spin-off. I'm actually looking for Kobayashi-san Chi no Maid Dragon. In this case, this is about a woman who finds a dragon up in the mountains, and then this dragon is able to turn into a person, then they live together, and then all kinds of antics occur because, of course, a dragon from another world is now living with a person. It's very funny, very cute moments as well, very cool. Definitely one that I would recommend. And from all of this, I would definitely recommend Hinamatsuri the most, since it's so incredibly funny. But if you're not really into the whole Yakuza thing, then this one is even better. But frankly, I would recommend Hinamatsuri even more. The anime, on the other hand, from Kobayashi-san Chi no Maid Dragon, is better than the Hinamatsuri one. So if you prefer anime over manga, then I would say go for this one. But it's definitely worth it, no matter how you look at it. Now, I hope that this video was useful to you. If it was, make sure to click on the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. And I just want to thank you guys for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, I was Razovy, and you were you. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.